Man, this is so crazy. It seems like everybody is coming at Shannon Sharpe right now.
Because a lot of things when you tolerate it, I'm going to go ahead and say my thing. Whatever transpired, I'll bite my tongue. I'll be the bigger person. I'll walk away. Hey, you right. Because you know why Ocho is low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You know how I know? Because your boy, you looking at him, he low-hanging fruit. There are a lot of people taking a shot at your boy.
Come on, man.
Y'all can have it. Y'all got it. Y'all got me. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be all right, OJ.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right.
Listen, I could have told you that.
Man, this is so crazy, man. You know, people that you think that got your back be the main ones that, you know, throw shots and kick you while you down.
I can tell that. I've been telling you that.
Yeah. So everybody want to pile on, everybody jump on now. Hey, we got it down, Ocho. We got it down. The best time to, hey, let me get my lick now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to get a lick now because when your boy was doing good, you hear a lot of people that have a whole lot to say. Everybody got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be all right. Ocho, former Panthers running back.
Man, so if you guys are not familiar, Ray Lewis came out and said some things about Shannon Sharpe, and I don't know, I just find it kind of crazy because these two got history. You know what I mean? Like, they actually know each other. And at some point in time, I thought they were friends, from what it seemed like. But, you know, I did a little bit of digging or whatnot, and, you know, I found some clips that I thought was really, really interesting. But we're going to get into that right after we get into what Ray Lewis actually said about Shannon Sharpe.
Did you think he was one day going to be a good TV guy personality?
Yeah.
So you knew he was made for TV?
Yeah.
And would he say he's going to do it?
Yes, he had already started prepping.
How much before he retired?
He'd been started.
Oh, so he knew he was going to be doing that?
Yeah.
So you're not surprised by the success he's having with his podcast and TV and him and Skip and Stephen A., all that stuff?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm shocked at his content. I wouldn't, in a million years, the things that Shannon has said now or did now, I would never believe that Shannon will say or do anything.
Like what?
Wait. Before we get into that, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China? That man, he asked you a specific question. Did you ever think that he would be as successful as he is now, you know, when you guys were basically back and playing football? And yeah, you know, he pretty much, he prepped for this. What does this got to do with anything, man? What does his content, this man ain't asked you nothing about his content at all. Why in the world are you?
Simply, I take drinking. Shannon, in my entire career, I've never saw Shannon with a drink.
Why are you taking shots?
Ever. Like it was against the law. Right? Because he had some stuff in his family that he didn't want to follow that. And
all of this information, why the hell, if this is your boy, this is somebody that you used to rock with, obviously he's done, you know, y'all done talked about some issues and stuff that he had in his family. Like, what? Yo, nah, this ain't no friend, bro. This is not a friend.
Yeah, then so I kind of started to watch him, and then we kind of went our own separate ways because I'm like, you're going to take that route. I can't go that route. Never can go that route. And that route is to become so worldly that you become popular because you're talking about ignorance. Right? A lot of times, a lot of these gossip conversations that they have and bringing up all this stuff, I'm not going to do that to nobody. I'm not in the business for that. I'm in life to try to teach people what does it mean to be a better man and get back to the kingdom. You know, and a lot of times, like, and a lot of guys get in trouble with these podcasts and things, man, because everybody wants to follow her. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to make money. But that's a tight rope into what you call influence and popularity. Right? The devil has the ability to make you popular. God has the ability to give you influence that when people see you, they see an image of him. And that's the thing for me that started to switch with not just Shannon, but just a couple of people. I'm like, wow, you would switch out like that? Really? And I will never, ever, why? Because of the respect that I have for my mother, my daughters, my granddaughters, life, period. Like, and I think men, given these new platforms, we've overrode what the platform is actually for. The platform is supposed to help somebody find a new direction. We don't help. Everybody just gets on. Like, everybody's talking now. Everybody got a podcast. Everybody's the new marriage coach. Everybody's the new relationship coach. And ain't nobody coaching themselves. Because if you were coaching yourself, when it says power of life and death is found in the tongue, then go back and check out a couple of your episodes and ask yourself, do you give life or do you give death? And that's why, me personally, I kind of do my own thing, stay in my own lane.
Man, bro. What does that got to do? Like, again, two things can be true at the same time, man. Yeah. Do I agree with what he was saying about, there's power in the tongue? 1,000%. How the hell did we get here, though? That man asked you a question about, did you ever expect for him to become as popular, as successful as he is? And this is somebody, bro, you know this man. If you got an issue with this guy, as a man, you need to reach out to him and you need to talk to him face to face. Like, listen, man, I got some stuff that I want to get off my chest. Let me holler at you real quick. Like, have that conversation with your boy face to face, not going on a doggone platform. You got his number. I'm pretty sure you got his number. Or you can get in touch. You can have your team get in touch with him. This is crazy, man. You have people like this, man, that you got to be real careful around. Because the moment that you are down and out, and let's keep it a band, right? There was a time when Ray Lewis was going through his go-through. When, that stuff had happened outside that club or whatnot. I'm not going to bring it up, but when he was on trial, I did not see one thing about Shannon Sharpe saying anything negative about him, right? But now, everybody seems like the entire world is against me, and the guy that I rock with, that I was cool with, I didn't throw dirt on his name when I had the opportunity to, because there was a lot of people that was doing so, but I chose not. And you get it. You get that opportunity, and look what you doing to me, dog. Look what you doing. As a player, I think Ray Lewis was by far one of the best linebackers to ever grace freaking NFL. The Ravens by far probably is the best linebacker that ever played for the Ravens that I know of. Phenomenal guy, man. Hell of a motivator. But this Ray Lewis, since retiring, man, like as a person, I don't know, man. And I'm starting to think, do it got something to do with Shannon Sharpe transitioning from football to, commentating and doing what he's doing and being successful. And then Ray, I know Ray, wanted to get into the space, but I haven't really heard much from him. Like, I don't really see him on any ESPN platform or anything like that. He's not really doing anything from. He might be doing something for the community. I don't know, but it just seems like we got a hater right here. This is not a friend. This is a hater. Somebody that see a guy out there that's doing a lot better than what they're doing. Probably doing something that they would have loved to do. You took this opportunity to shoot him down. Now, it was another clip that I had seen, right, of Shannon Sharpe and Ray Lewis having a disagreement. And I'm wondering.
You happened to be there. When they brought Dante Stallworth in, he was driving under the influence and killed a pedestrian. Mm-hmm. Did Steve talk to fans, sponsors, and you?
Let me fill you guys in real quick. I remember parts of this interview. So Colin Kaepernick was going through that stuff when he was doing that kneeling. And I believe because Ray Lewis has or had so much influence with the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? And he could have potentially, helped Colin Kaepernick get a job. The owner or somebody came to Ray Lewis and was like, yo, what are your thoughts? Do you think that we should bring in Colin Kaepernick? And Ray Lewis was basically just saying, the guy, I forgot what his name, Flacco. I think he was like, is Flacco still hurt? Or whatever their quarterback was. How hurt is he? Instead of just giving this man an opportunity, because Colin Kaepernick would have been a huge benefit at the time. This was before they had Lamar Jackson. But I'm going to go ahead and let him cook.
Yeah, actually. So talk to you on that one. Yeah, okay. When Suggs had his incident with his wife, did Steve Bisciotti talk to fans, sponsors, and you? Talk to me for sure. Okay. So when I listen to Steve talk, he says, I like how he went from sitting to kneeling, but he never mentioned why Colin Kaepernick kneeled. And in 2015, you were there. You and I talked about it. Something happened to Freddie Gray. He lost his life for police brutality. I have yet to hear no one talk about that.
We're sitting here as men, and me and you, as men, ourselves, not watch nobody else deal with police brutality. I lived it.
Oh, I know.
That ain't Steve Bishotti's fight. What happened to Freddie Gray? That ain't no owner's fight.
Yes, it is, though, right?
If it is,
this is America.
If it is, then all of our owners should get together and go in these urban neighborhoods and clean it up.
Why wouldn't you? Well, because, Ray, they don't care because it's an issue they're never going to have to face. It's people like you and I that's been there and know people that face these issues. You talking about Steve Bisciotti is never going to have to worry about the police beating him or a family member down. Jerry Jones, Mr. Kraft, they ain't never going to have to worry about that.
That's what I just said.
So why should they care? They should care because it's the United States of America.
Yeah, so to bring this thing all the way back home, man, I am extremely disappointed in Ray Lewis, man. Phenomenal football player, would never take anything away from that brother. Like, talented beyond measure. But since getting out of the NFL, my friend, I have honestly seen another side of Ray Lewis that I just can't rock with. Seriously. And this was one of my favorite players of all time. I'll put him up there with my boy Sean Taylor and Ed Reed. I'm a free safety, so you know. But yeah, that was definitely one of my go-to linebackers. You got Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher.
2 hours later.
But yeah, he was definitely by far one of my favorite, and still is one of my favorite players, but I'm disappointed in this guy, man. He's jumping on this tear down Shannon Sharpe bandwagon. I can't get with it, man. But y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments, all right? Until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, yeah, and this shirt right here, I'm just trolling. Your ex just like to call me daddy.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.